Hey, beloved. I'm standing in the back of the Maryland State House in Annapolis. The front is under construction, so it's all locked up, and then these grounds back here are just gorgeous. We just stopped to give you a real rough video here, but to let you know what's going on. So, if you saw our email from a couple days ago when we were in DC speaking at the return, it went pretty well, by the way, and we're trying to capture some downloadable video so we can send you a video of my short remarks, but they were quite well received. In fact, a few congressmen came back right after just to greet and say how much they appreciated what we said. So, you know, we're really trying with all of our might. It's not about us, it's always about Jesus, but with all our might, we're trying to always be that post-partisan, always be, you know, reaching across the aisle, always try to be addressing those things that divide us. And so it doesn't always make us the most popular pooch in the pound, because there's a lot of partisans in this line of work who only want you to talk about their side. And as a result, some of these efforts become really political action committee meetings rather than Jesus rallies. In the case of last Saturday, the rally, the event that we were at with Jonathan Cahn was very sweet, and almost all the speakers gave all the glory to Jesus, and most of them were regular guys and gals that you'd want to hang out with. It was a sweet time. Anyway, and it was a solemn time and a holy time, and it's a pivotal time for the nation. So, as you may have seen in that little highlighted yellow paragraph in the email, we are off and running to Prayerwalk every single Capitol campus, and in most cases to actually meet with the governor, him or herself, and to meet with the Speaker of the House and the Senate Majority Leader and all those kinds of folks, so that we can really be praying for each state government. Because in the same way that the federal government has so much leadership influence over our nation, it's also true at every state level, and our founders designed it to be that way. This particular year, it's all the more true because the state houses in all 50 states this year will determine the new U.S. congressional districts, which are, you know, gerrymandered all the time and change around and can have a great effect on which party, you know, has a majority for the next decade. So what happens in these state houses really matters. But we're not here because there's a political need. We're not here because there's a governmental need. We're here because we believe with all our heart that the Lord sent us here, and what He's having us do to work front lines on these dividing lines is bearing fruit off the chart. And God has given me a friendship-based relationship with so many congressmen and congresswomen from both sides of the aisle on Capitol Hill. It's stunning, because I haven't even felt very well for the last number of months. And let me address that real quick. I never like to talk about being sick, because it's all momentary light affliction, and who cares, and everybody has worse problems, so it doesn't matter. The only reason it matters in this case is, even though our board had approved me to do this some weeks ago, and so had Deanna, which obviously her word means more than anybody else, and she also serves on the board, I just wasn't up to it. I don't want to give too much credit to all the symptoms, but I had stuff going on with this stupid thing that I've been carrying in my body for 13 years now, and I was out of commission. I was on the bench, and it happens. We were still getting things done. Somehow God was still increasing our favor all over the country, but I couldn't do much. And it wasn't until about 8 days before that event in DC, we knew we were going to that, but we didn't know if we were up for this, and we couldn't call ahead to these governor's offices, and some of them I have their cell phone numbers, so it's not like we can't contact them, but you can't call them ahead if you don't know if you're really going to be there. So by the time we knew we were coming, and I had to finish a bunch of stuff at the home office and take care of things for my family, and we have 2 twin granddaughters on their way, so life is wonderful, and there's a lot going on, but in the midst of it, we felt like we needed to go, so we just went. So within a few days or even a week or so, we'll be caught up and know what we're doing and look like it. Right now, we've been with different pastors today in different states. This is our 3rd state house. It's just after business hours, and Governor Hogan is already gone, but one of the state police, which is their equivalent of the Secret Service, just pulled up, and, you know, I went over and tapped on the window and, you know, hey, any chance, you know, you're waiting to drive the governor away? We already got into the building, or we weren't supposed to, I guess, and we went in there, and then we were told we couldn't pray inside the building, but we tried. And now and Kevin's taking this video, so he's right on the other side of the camera. I'm going to cover this from the wind a little bit. And anyway, so we end up talking to this state police guy whose name I won't mention on the video because he probably doesn't want it mentioned. But we prayed for him and his wife and his kids and the honorable thing that he's doing to put his life on the line. And dude, it was just awesome. Earlier today when we were praying in the New Jersey State House in Trenton, it's also closed because of the same COVID stuff. We got to pray for a few people, and we got to pray for some over the phone, some of the governor's staff over the phone when we were on the premises with some pastors from the area. But also, we went by a window that was open, and we prayed for this sweet lady who was in charge of the Republican side of the Senate. And I wish I could tell you more, but I can't give away her stuff either, or you might know who she was. But dude, we prayed for her through a window, and it changed her day. So we pray for this guy in his black Suburban, impressive looking rig, by the way. And by the time we were done, he's like, "Thank you so much. Thank you for praying for me." It really touched him. So, hey, I said, "Do you mind if I give you a card? Could you have Governor Hogan give me a call?" I said, "You're probably a better guy to reach out to him than anyone else." He said, "I probably am." So, favor's better than talent every day, guys. That's what's going on. And what we're going to try to do is post videos from all these state houses that won't be like 27 minutes long like this one is, but they'll be a minute long. So we're going to give you email updates to let you know they're coming. And anyone who had the wherewithal to get all the way to the end of this, you are our supporters. So thank you, thank you, thank you. We love you. God bless you. See you.